Hello, everyone. I am back in our studio, our education studio. And today I wanted to talk to you all about enriching our young people's lives over the summer without having the summer slide. And that's really important. I'm not sure if you're a homeschooler, there's a chance you may homeschool year round, but there's also a chance because I know a lot of homeschoolers do not educate all year round. But the habits that we take on throughout the year are very different depending on the family. And so, one of the things I wanted to make sure that we talked about is even though we're moving into a time period where you may or may not be sending your children to camp, or you may or may not be homeschooling during the summer, or you may be doing enrichment programs, depending on whether or not your children attend traditional school, regardless of what I want to talk about is enriching their lives this summer, because there are so many opportunities for us to do things differently. Over the last year, we know our kiddos have been going through so much. They've been exposed to so much trauma. Yes, this has been traumatic. And they continuously are being exposed to it. And so there is a chance, depending on where you live in the world, that your kids are still not able to go out and play in parks and playgrounds, or in some way their lives have to be modified. And so one of the things that I've been working on is trying to find activities for our young people to do where they're still at home, possibly in the backyard, or if you live in an apartment building, at some level of a space that is their own, so that they can experience and engage. And even if you live in a building or some type of complex, being able to go outside into a park or playground and separating yourself, socially distancing, but still being actively engaged in fun activities. The arts aspect of what we do is so powerfully important, because it allows, regardless of the stressors in your life, it allows the endorphins to flow. It also allows for your body just to have those good hormones flowing through without the stressor hormones. We don't want that for our kiddos. And so, working on art projects. One of the things, obviously, I've been working on for the last several months is writing. I started out with writing one book, and then it turned into about 4 separate books. So I have the main book that is going to be sold on Amazon and everywhere else, and then I have some ebooks that are going to be a part of our packages, and so on and so forth, for the kiddos to consume, and for you as well. The thing is our young people actually like to write as well. That is an art form. And even if they are not the next William Shakespeare, we should be encouraging them, if at all possible, to, I hate to use the word should, but it's important that we encourage our young people to honor that aspect of themselves. Allow them to write free flow. Some young people also feel like they're not great at writing, but they're great at the gift of gab. Encourage them to utilize voice. I know for me, I use a system called otter.ai, and it records a lot of my messaging so that I can go back and reuse it. It's a transcriptor, but I use voice memos in my iPhone, and I use the transcripting software depending on what tool I'm needing at that moment. But regardless of what, it is monitoring what I say. The voice notes just record your voice, and then sometimes I transcribe that onto the otter.ai, so that then I have the actual words and not just the voice, the sound, or whatever. But this has been a game changer for me, and being able to write, because my mind moves so quickly that sometimes I can't even type as fast or write as fast as my mind is going. That may very well be the same case for your children. And as a result, it's important to give them tools to make life a little bit easier for them, to be able to express themselves. And so I wanted to talk about that with regards to music. Give your young people the opportunity to express themselves through music as well, whether it be singing into, again, the voice recording, or creating music and utilizing. I've encouraged very successful artists to record themselves on their phones. These phones nowadays are just amazing tools, and are actually good for collaborations as well. You can have one child working the vocals, and another child working on the actual instrumentation and mixing the two with software that they have online, sometimes for free on download and sometimes just for a little bit of a cost. But I know for us, we'll be teaching some of the kids Canva. We've been teaching them that throughout the fall and the spring, but we're going to be teaching them how to utilize that to work on graphic design skills and so on and so forth. The summer tends to be a time where we look at learning in a different way. We look at it through arts and crafts, but we still are learning. And then for the science folks, I know my kiddo is very big into makerspace, utilizing, just carving out a little space in your home to do makerspace. Or if you're able to do a community makerspace, working together, getting some products and tools from a Home Depot or a Lowe's or whatever is your local Ace Hardware, whatever it is, and affording your young people the opportunity to create, use their hands. We'll be putting out over the next coming weeks little lesson plans, just to be of support. My goal is to always to be of support for after school enrichment families as well as homeschooling families, so that your kiddos are living their lives in just joy and peace. And like I said, they've experienced so much over the last year that I just want to be able to give them as much as they can so that they can feel comfortable in their own skin and get excited about whatever it is that they're learning. We focus on STEAM, science, technology, engineering, arts, and math. And there's so many opportunities within all of that for your kiddos to just have an amazing summer where they thrive and they grow and they garner new skills. For some, coding might be something that your kiddos would work on. For us, we're going to be working on financial literacy. That's going to be a part. Our Boundless Kiddo Summit is sharing with families how to help their children become financially literate, regardless if they're 5 years old or 18 years old. These are skills that are important. And so there's so many opportunities for you to help your kiddos really transition out of this period of, I would say, darkness into a period of light. And I want to be a part of that, if at all possible, if you would allow us to be a part of that journey for your kiddos, because it's important. It's really important that we give them the opportunity to enjoy the summer and look forward to a new school year at the end. And so just be happy with learning regardless. Forget about school, or education, but just to learn, just to be excited about learning and learning the things that they love. So if you could, please, in the comment section, tell me what you think or what your kiddos would like to do this summer. I would love to create content on the fly. That's me. I'm a very spontaneous person, and I would love it to be able to help the kiddos experience amazing things this summer. So please make a comment. Tell us what your thoughts are. We'd love to be of support for you. I know, raise your hand if you're wanting your kiddos to have a better summer. I know I do this year. And I'm determined to ensure that as many children as I possibly can reach across the globe does the same. So with that, I will check on you again tomorrow. It's a holiday weekend here in the US, but we still work regardless of what's going on. I've got stacks of papers here for all the books that we're working on and need to get out, and all the tools and videos that we have to create for the many programs that we're going to be running this summer to help our young people. And we would love to have you be a part of that, if at all possible. Thank you. See you again tomorrow.